So maybe it's your house or the house a couple doors down or even your listing. No matter what it is, it's not selling. And in this market, why isn't it selling? Stick around, I'm going to tell you exactly why. Okay, so you've done absolutely everything you can to get this house ready to sell. You've staged it properly, you've got it in the MLS, the address is correct, there's a lockbox on it, you've even checked your price per square foot compared to your neighbors, and there's your problem. Price per square foot is such a big issue when you're looking at it as a way to help price a home. It's really intended to be just kind of a general barometer, like hot and cold and chilly and warm and these type of things. It's literally made to get you into the correct neighborhood. But to use it as a pricing model is very dangerous, and here's why. If you look at the average price per square foot of homes in your neighborhood, and your house just happens to be a little bit larger than the average home in your neighborhood, you're going to artificially inflate the value of your home using this method. On the other end of the spectrum, if you use the price per square footage method and you just happen to be a little bit smaller than the average home in your neighborhood, you're actually going to artificially deflate the value of your home. Alright, it's an easy method, and that's why we know it's too good to be true. Here's a copy of an actual appraisal. You'll see here that the price per square foot for the sale of the subject is like $230 per square foot. But if you scroll down a little bit further and you see the actual adjustments made for the variance in square footage on the subject versus all the comps, they're actually only using $40 per square foot. Now, I know you're gonna say that doesn't seem fair. That's a huge jump between $230 and $40. Like, what's going on here? The real key is the price per square footage that you used is meant to account for everything about the property. We're talking the perceived value of the neighborhood, the lot size, if there's a pool, how many bedrooms, bathrooms, all these other fun pieces. The actual square footage of the home is only a small bit of that. And so that's why they're only going to use $40 or so per square foot to adjust across the range. Now this is going to vary based on your sales price range. Lower end homes are going to be a little bit lower. Super high end homes are going to be a little bit higher, but you're going to see this. So I mean, if you're looking at the price per square footage method, I mean, you're going to be exaggerating the value of the actual variance in your square footage by quite a large margin. So if your house isn't selling, chances are it's probably the price. So go back and use this method and just see if you've maybe overestimated the value of the home. All right, to wrap up this video and further solidify my point, you may know we're actually purchasing a home right now ourselves, and it's not the first home we fell in love with. We actually made other offers and were in love with other homes before we settled on this one. One in particular is in the exact same neighborhood that we're ultimately buying in. It's a home that's on the higher side of the total square footage range. It's about 600 square foot larger than the house that we're buying. Now we went and we saw it, we fell in love with it, we went back, pulled up the comps. Man, it was like $80,000 or $90,000 higher than I could really see the value there. So call up the listing agent and you're like, we'd like to make an offer on this price, but there's no point in putting this together if we're just gonna have a low appraisal here in 2 weeks. So chat with them a little bit, and sure enough, thinking price per square footage there. Took the most recent sale, which was on the lower end of the square footage, almost 1,000 square foot smaller than this house. And they just did some simple math, took their price per square footage, applied it to their larger square footage, and like, bam, this is how much our property is worth. So we ultimately passed on that property because it was clear that an argument wasn't going to get us to where we needed to be, and wrote an offer on the other property. But what's funny about the story is a couple days after we went under contract on this property, the listing agent of the other house gave me a call and he's like, hey, you may want to take a look at this property again because the one on the next street just went pending for $235 a square foot or whatever, which means that ours is actually valued under the market. All right, so it's clear that different people have different versions on how they're going to put their value together. But on the lending side, I get to see everybody's appraisal. The appraisers are all doing it exactly the same. And I gotta say, of all the appraisals that I've seen and all the deals I've watched put together, nobody's overpaying for properties, and they're certainly not overpaying and financing. All right, so I hope you're enjoying the videos. If you are, please click on the like button. If you know of anybody that could benefit from this information, that's maybe got their house overpriced or just sitting on the market, maybe they need to rethink it, send it on over to them. If you'd like to make sure you get all of our videos, please click on the subscribe button. Thanks, and we'll talk to you soon.